What is going on? Doing the second part of my walk, y'all. You're indeed on the winning walk with Christina, and it looks like rush hour edition. You can come on out. I'm not about to challenge you. Y'all can roll right on out, and I will stay here and I will wait. In fact, I will back up. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Misha and I got out after it earlier this afternoon, and I'm here for round two for just a second, and trying out this iPhone attachment on a selfie stick to see if that can help my picture quality, because I was looking back at my last live, and it's just a lot of bouncing and a lot of movement and stuff like that, and it's just like, really, seriously. So I'm gonna try and see if that'll improve my walking, and I feel like I accomplished something. That part, Happy Meg. How are you, ma'am? How are you, ma'am? Yeah, I'm using this selfie stick, trying to see if this will help with the picture quality or whatever, not so much bouncing. And I was just on here for a couple of minutes, not really doing a lot of walking, talking today, but I decided yesterday, because I was looking at Misha, and he's laying around a lot more, and I realized because I'm thrown off schedule, I've inadvertently thrown him off schedule too. He's used to in the morning getting up and going for a nice long walk with me, and since I had been combining my walk time all into one and waiting till, like mid-afternoon to walk, he's been left out because, the distance I walk is too much for him. And it's too hot by the time I get out for him. And so today I just decided, I kind of called him. I said, Misha, you want to go for a walk with me? And he got up and sprang up and ran, and I thought, okay, that's what's missing. I've thrown off his routine on mine too. And so I'm going to have to find a way to go back to breaking that routine up. And right, yeah. Woo. Yes. Speaking of rain and bad weather yesterday, in our area, the National Weather Service issued several tornado warnings for the neighborhoods not 15-20 minutes from us. And they came back this morning because, after a straight line wind event, or what they think is a tornadic event, they come back and rate it. And right up the road from us, it was a tornado. It was an EF1. And I don't know about the damage and stuff yet. They're going through looking at the damage and all of that stuff, but it was pretty bad. We got clipped with a little bit of rain. I don't notice any straight line wind damage. Normally we would have trees down and branches and all that stuff, but I didn't see that. I think all we got was a couple of sprinkles, and that's it. But yeah, my old pastor at the church we used to go to, his wife was on Instagram, and she was talking about, because they're right up, they're not 30 minutes from us, and she was talking about her and the kids had to go into their safe shelter 3 times. They had 3 different tornado warnings because a supercell was coming through. It was pretty bad. They're okay, praise God, but it was kind of some wild weather, and they're talking about 7 or 8 o'clock us getting another round of that same sort of stuff. So we shall see. Yeah, straight line winds around here were just as bad. They were saying that particular EF1 that hit was 125 miles an hour was what they clocked it as. But the straight line winds behind it were in excess to between 70 and 80 miles an hour. So not a damaging. The first things to go are these lovely trees. How about nope? How about no? Wow. But yeah, that's all that's been going on around here. Yeah, I was just trying this out, seeing if this was gonna help the visuals a little bit. I'm gonna try it out as I'm walking, but I'm also gonna try it out when I get grab bags and dives and stuff in and see if that helps. I might just set this up on a tripod and see how it would look. Hey Lily, what's going on? I ain't gonna be on here for too much longer because I'm sure with the traffic, you see the 4:30 traffic, you're not gonna be able to hear much. But yeah, I was just testing out my little selfie stick attachment to see if that helps a little bit, so you can see just a little bit more of what's going on and it not be so jerky. But yeah, I didn't have anything specific. Just came on to try this out. Need to watch what I'm doing. But y'all, if y'all can see in the distance, this, I'm gonna go over there. We have, yes, it's from 5:30. Our rush hour is from 12 to 2. That's the first, everybody going to lunch. And then from about 4:30 to almost 7. So yeah, and this particular street it looks like that all the time during those times. It's a very, very busy street. And for my city, it is the number one most dangerous, most deadly street in all of the city. And it's been number one for decades. For longer than I've lived over here, it's been number one. I don't know why, but people tend to want to run the light there, and it's deadly. Several people have passed on. But that ain't what I wanted to talk about. I brought y'all over here because I wanted to show you this, what they're doing to the strip mall over here, or to the strip shopping center over here. They're gonna put new stores in here. They're changing the veneer, all of that. And I think they're gonna have it done by, I think the city council said September, October, something like that. So by my birthday, I could have a whole new shopping center to shop in with new stores. And if it's what I think, y'all, some of the stores that are coming, and I haven't found a job between now and then, y'all might see me working up in here in one of these stores. I'm not kidding. I think that would be perfect. Yeah, there's supposed to be I can't think of the restaurant, but it's Asian restaurant. I can't think of it. But then there's supposed to be a Dazo where Kadri used to work. Hey, Jory, how are you? How are y'all doing? I am just bad about greeting people as they come in the door. Y'all come on in and smash your foot on the like button. Yeah, I didn't want very much, but yeah, Kadri used to work at Dazo, and it's just a nice little Japanese place, almost like a 99-cent store, and it's pretty cool. And they're supposed to be opening one in here, and it didn't appear to be the mood in there, and the vibe in there is very very chill and zen. All the ones I've been in, there's no stress. Somebody can check you out, but then you can check yourself out, and it's just very cool and calm. And if I was to work in retail, that would be where I would want to work. Someplace like that, not all stressful. You know, if I had to have like a public job, that's what I would, a front facing job, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. So if I haven't found a job between now and then, I may be applying for days off. And I don't need a car to get to work. I can just walk to work. So that will work. But yeah, please, folks in the bushes, don't be in the bushes. Don't shy away. It's 8 of y'all. Give me a thumbs up. Like this video. It ain't gonna be on much longer, but I'm enjoying y'all. Hi Con, hi Luther. It is. It was a really nice place for her to work when she worked there, and she would have stayed had it not been for raggedy management. I'll just put it like that. The management there was just raggedy and deceptive. Hired quite a few people to get the store built out completely and stocked, and then fired them all, and then rehired brand new people to actually work in the store. False advertised to get labor that they paid, you know, but led them to believe that that was going to be a permanent job, and it wasn't. They were just there to build the store out, and they were going to fire all of them, and they did. But oh no, don't kick you. Don't kick your own self out. Don't kick your own self out. Yeah. Do not kick your own self out. Yeah. Yeah, that's so deceptive and so ugly. But you know, I guess now with things the way they are, the economy the way it is, I imagine this happens a whole lot. I never had experience with that, but I imagine it happens a whole lot, particularly with these little new stores and stuff. Not saying that Daiso is new. It is to America in a sense, but it isn't to Japan. There's Daisos everywhere in Japan, like they're like the 99-cent stores in Japan. Yeah. Exactly. I want you to work your heart out. Kendra worked so hard. She had calluses on her hands. She had to buy shoes that were close to orthopedic that were ugly, but she had to be comfortable because she was stooping, bending, and everything. She'd come home and she'd take a shower, and I wouldn't see her till the next morning because she was knocked out. She was putting her heart and soul into this job because she absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. And she worked there maybe 2 months. And right before Christmas, they said, see you, in a real ugly way. But she learned a lot. She learned a lot. But yeah, I was just out here trying this. Let me know if this looks better. I'm sure it's windy now, so I'm not gonna be on that long, much longer. Probably get down here to the end and let y'all go on about y'all evening. But this part of the shopping center, they're gonna do it too. They're doing that strip part first, and then they are going to come. This used to be, that little place over there, or that part used to be like a Sears, and they're gonna do a bunch of stores are gonna be up in there. So yeah, they're doing that strip first, and then they're gonna come and they're gonna do the veneer or the front facade of this too. This parking lot is behind. This is a Lowe's over here, and then down here is a Super Target. And right there, if in the far distance, you see some yellow looking buildings. In those yellow buildings is a driving school. And what they do is they come over here to this big empty parking lot and, just let them really, really learn. Kadri came over here and was learning how to parallel park and all of that stuff. And she can parallel park better than me. So, I mean, they're good. She got her driver's license, finally got her license this past week. And she's going back to the driving school for some more drive time. She's still rusty getting on and off the freeway and having the temperament to deal with traffic and stuff, because as you can see around here, it is a ton of traffic. And here you got to know what you're doing, because if you don't, they will help you gather up your life. They will hit you and bundle you up on the side of the freeway and leave you for the police that's sitting over there to come and rescue you. These folks are savage. They do not care. Oh yeah, this parking lot is super old. I'm sure they're gonna redo it as they do, as they finish the front work. They're gonna come back here and redo it, because everybody's gonna start parking back here. Because there's gonna be, up in between these Target and Lowe's, there's gonna be several restaurants and several other little shops and stores and stuff. So yeah, they're gonna redo this over. And I'm sure the driving school will love that too. I'm sure they'll be looking forward to that. But yeah, they're gonna do this all over. Little by little, I think the budget for the city is including stuff. Little by little, I'm seeing roads being repaired that have been in disrepair for a while. So I guess money is coming in for their budget. But y'all tell me, is the picture improved, or is there still a whole lot of bouncing around as I'm holding this selfie stick? I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it's a little bit better. Yeah, it used to make me nervous when I was first out here. I didn't like it. In fact, it would cause me sometimes to panic because it was just so bad. I still am not real keen on getting on the freeway. I'll do it, but I'm not real keen on it. But I'm not too bad. Good. Because I was just looking at my video, my last live, and I was just like, oh my gosh, if you had vertigo, I would have messed you up. For that, I apologize. But if this helps, I will keep this selfie stick situation going forward and compare it with other videos and stuff like that and see how that works. But y'all, oh Lord, it's been 18 minutes. I appreciate y'all joining this impromptu pop-up kind of live situation. The Amish bugs, I would, Happy Mac, lady, why don't you do a live? Flip the camera around so I can see the Amish buggies and see your city. I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. I would love to dive into the Amish culture. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. You really should do that. You should do that. The way they live, we should live. There are a lot of things that they don't have. They don't have what we have, as far as stress and overcrowding and all of that. They've kept their lives simple, and I would absolutely love to see that. I find that fascinating. Yeah, Pennsylvania Dutch is that whole Amish culture is just, yeah. I guess low key I want to be. I guess low key kind of I want to be Amish. Just go back to the basics. Go back to the basics. But y'all, with that. said, before the wind gets too high. Again, I appreciate y'all for watching. If you could, give me a thumbs up. If not, I love you anyway. And I will see you rock stars on the next live.